And we will see now the signal flow graph. Signal flow graph. Signal flow graph is used to determine the transfer function. It is used to determine the transfer function of closed loop system. Of closed loop system. It is used to determine the transfer function of a closed loop system. Now see here, we will consider simple block diagram of a closed loop system. Let us see, this is plus, this is minus, and we know there is a one block. Let's say the gain is G, and then we have the output, that is C of S. This is the input, R of S, and now let's say this is H of S, and here it is the feedback. So we know this is the simple closed loop system. We know this is the simple closed loop system in which one summing point, one gain, one takeoff points, and one feedback is there, and one input and one output is there. This is a simple single input single output system. Single input single output system is there. Now we know the transfer function of this system. The transfer function of this system is C of S divided by R of S. It is equals to G divided by 1 plus G into H. G is the gain and H is the feedback gain. G is the open loop gain of the system, and H is the feedback gain of the system. Here the feedback is negative, that's why we have the positive sign here. That's why we have positive sign here. So the transfer function C of S divided by R of S, it is equals to 1 plus G into H. This we have already derived in the previous lectures. Now these equations we know. Now we have to find out the transfer function of a given system by using the signal flow graph. Now see here, in this system we have the one takeoff point, one summing point, one takeoff points, one gain, and one feedback. Now see here, suppose if you wants to convert these systems into signal flow graph. Then these takeoff points that we will consider, there is a one node, and to this node the input is connected, that is R of S. Now this node is connected to the G, so, and this G is having the output, that is C of S. So we will have this takeoff points as a one node, and here we have the output, that is C of S. And between the takeoff points and the summing points we have the gain of the system. Let's say the gain is G. Now see here, the direction of this arrow is from summing points to the takeoff points. So from this node to this node, instead of these summing points we have considered one node, and instead of this takeoff point that we have considered another node, and between these two between this summing point and takeoff points there is a gain. So between these two we have shown there is a one gain, that is G. Okay, and now see here, this takeoff points is again connected to this summing points through this H, that is the feedback. So that means this node is connected to this node. Now see here, what is the direction is from these takeoff points to the summing points, that means from this node to this node. So direction is like this one. Now see here, is the negative sign, so that's why we will mark here minus H. So this is the simple signal flow graph of this system. Now see here, sometimes in a they may ask you the questions like this one ki block diagrams is given that convert it into signal flow graph and then find out the transfer functions by using the signal flow graph. Or if directly the signal flow graph is given, then it is easy just to find out the transfer function. But if this is the simple, this way we can convert it into the signal flow graph. Now see here, in the signal flow graph, we have some important this one. This you have to know. Consider there is a node. Node means it is a points where all the gains are connected together. Now then there is a forward path. Forward path means the path which having the directions from input to output. Now see here, this arrow and this arrow is in a direction from input to output directions. So that's why it is called as a forward path. Always remember, the direction of the forward path is always from input side to the output side. If the arrow is in the direction from input to output, then we can say that it is a forward path. And there is another is the return path, or we can say that feedback path. In this one, the direction is from output side to the input side. It is exactly in opposite of your forward path. It is exactly the direction of the feedback path, or the return path is exactly opposite that of your forward path. Forward path is always from input to output side. The direction is from input to output, and feedback path or the return path, the direction is always from output to input side. This you have to remember. So between this node and this node, this is a forward path because the direction is from input to output side. And from these points to these points, again there is a one path is there, that is called as the feedback path. But this feedback path, it is called as the feedback path because the direction of this arrow is from output to input side. So that's why it is called as a feedback path, and this path is called as a forward path. So this you have to remember while drawing the feedback signal flow graph. Okay. Now, how to find out the transfer function of the system by using the signal flow graph? For this once we require the Mason's gain formula. What is this Mason's gain formula? It is transfer function. It is equals to 1 by del sum of I, it is equals to 1 to k. This is pk into del k. This is the Mason's gain formula. This you have to remember, 1 divided by del sum of I into I, it is equals to 1 to k, pk into del k. Now see here, we will see what is pk. Pk, it is equals to number of forward path, gain of pk, gain of forward path, and del k, it is equals to gain of closed loop system, gain of closed loops which are not touching the forward path, which are not touching the forward path. Now just remember this one. This we will see how we can calculate the del k. How we can calculate the del k, and del it is equals to, and del it is equals to, I giving this formula, that is del it is equals to 1 minus sum of individual loop gain, plus, here is the negative sign, then there will be the plus sign, plus sum of product of two non-touching loop. Here is the plus, then we have the negative sign. See here, 1 minus, then plus, then minus, then again here we have taken the sum of product of two non-touching loops, then here is the sum of product of three non-touching loops. Then again plus, and so on. Here is the three non-touching loops, then there is a product of four non-touching loops, five non-touching loops, and so on. Like this ones we can calculate the del value. Now see here, for this one, for this system, here the input is R of S, output is C of S. Now see here, first to find out how many forward paths are there. Forward paths means the path which is directed from input to output. Now see here, this direction is towards input, then this direction is towards output, and this goes to the output. So that means this is your forward path. In this forward path, how many gains are there? Only G. Now see here, given closed loop system, number of forward path. How many number of forward path is 1? So what is P1? It is equal to, what is the gain of the forward path? That is G, because here is the only gain is given, that is G. So we will write down P1 it is equals to G. Because there is only one forward path, so P1 it is equals to G. Now in the second we will find out the individual loops. Step 2, individual loops. How many loops are there? See here, from these points to these points there is G, and again from these points to these points here it is minus G. So what is the gain of this path? That is G. What is the gain of this path? Minus G. So G multiplied by minus H. So that means it is minus G into H. So there is only one loop. This is a one closed loop system. Closed loops means what? The starting point and the end point of the loops is same. So suppose if we starts from these points, so these points to these points the gain is G, and from these points to again these points the gain is minus H. So that means G multiplied by minus H, that means it is minus GH. Number of individual loops, it is equals to 1. Let's say we denote it by L1. So L1 it is equals to minus G into H. This is the gain of the loop. Now there is only one loop. There is only one loop in the system. Now the loop gain we know, the path gain we know, forward path gain that we know. Forward path gain P1 it is equals to G. And for this loop the loop gain it is calculated, it is minus G into H, minus G into H. Now for this P1, for this P1, for this P1, calculate the del 1, calculate the del 1. P1, if we are calculating the P1, at the same time you have to calculate the del 1. Del 1 means the part or the loop which is not touching to the forward path. Our forward path consists of this G. Our forward path consists of this G, and at the same times our loop path is also same one. That means this loop is touching to the forward path, is touching to the forward path. So that's why we will consider del 1 it is equals to 1. If the loop is touching to the forward path, here is there is only one loop, there is only one loop, and this loop there is only single loop is there, and that single loop is also touching to the forward path. So that's why we have considered del 1 it is equals to 1. Del 1 it is equals to 1. If any part of the loop is touching to the forward path, then we consider that del 1 it is equals to, or that del becomes 1. That corresponding del of that forward path becomes 1. That forward path becomes 1. If the loops is not touching at all or any part of the forward path, then we have to calculate the del 1. Then we have to calculate the del 1. We will see in the coming examples also. So P1 into G and del 1 it is equals to 1. Here L1 we have calculated, it is equals to minus G into H, minus G into H. Now see here, P1 we have calculated, del 1 we have calculated. Okay. Now we have to calculate the del. We have to calculate the del. Now del it is equals to, del it is equals to, this is our formula. This is our formula. Del it is equals to 1 minus sum of individual loop gain plus sum of product of two non-touching loops minus sum of product of three non-touching loops. Sum of product of three non-touching loops. Now see here, it is the sum of individual loops gain. 1 minus sum of, there is only one single loop, there is no two non-touching loops, there is no three non-touching loops, because there is only one loop. So there will not be any questions of the two non-touching loops, there will not be any three non-touching loops. So there is, if there is only one loops, then we have only 1 minus sum of individual loops gain. 1 minus sum of individual loops gain. So del it is equals to 1 minus, and what is the individual loops gain? What is the individual loops gain? That is minus GS. So we will put here minus G into H. So del it is equals to 1 plus G into H. 1 plus G into H. This value we have. This value we have. Now we will find out the transfer function. Transfer function it is equals to 1 by del sum of I it is equals to 1 to K Pk into del K. Pk into del K. In this one we have only one forward path, only one del 1 and this one del. So this transfer function it is equals to P1 into del 1 divided by del. Divided by del. So P1 it is equals to what? G. Del 1 is 1. This del 1 we have calculated. Del 1 it is equals to 1 and P1 it is equals to G. This we have calculated. That is forward path gain and the path which is the loops which is not touching to the forward path, but all the loops are touching to the forward path. So del it is equals to, del 1 it is equals to 1 divided by this del. This del we have calculated, it is how much? 1 plus GH. So it is 1 plus GH. Now see here, the transfer function it is equals to C of S divided by R of S. It is coming G into 1, that is G divided by 1 plus G into H. See here, by this group, this loop, closed loop, the transfer function is G divided by 1 plus GH. 1 plus GH. And if we draw the signal flow graph of this system, again it is coming to the same. So that means our answer is correct. That means our answer is correct. Whatever that we have drawn or we have calculated by using the signal flow graph, our answer is correct.